Aries, yo, majestic Scorpios, dressed in Giorgio for Memorial. Catch us in them cartoons in Cancun. Off we go, let the trumpets blow. When my comfort zone got uncomfortable, I hit the road for like a month or so, spitting flows of a written codes, hitting hoes and bungalows, flipping those of medicinal interlude with chickens who think sniffing glue is mystical.
Peace, family. Welcome to another episode of Underground Railroad Productions. This your host, Brother Rich. As you can see, I'm joined with the Red Pill right outside the Apollo. The Apollo is the district, as Red says, in Scorpion King. We giving the family an update. I just did an interview with Blue Pill. Blue Pill is actually out of town right now. He's with the family, Mama Pill, KT, and they got the memorial going on for Dr. Sebi.
I'll be there as well.
Right.
On Sunday in Atlanta.
Right. So Blue Pill, we just played the clip with Blue Pill that gave the update. There's an important aspect that got cut out the last interview we did that I definitely want to talk to the family about again. It's something very important, Red Pill. It's this thing that no matter how smart you are, you could be a genius down here in this motherfucker. You could be LeBron James. You could be Barack Obama. You could be Elijah Muhammad. I mean, whoever, Malcolm X. You could be whoever you think is great. You could be that person, but you could be missing something in your character. There's a major character flaw that we're noticing a pattern with our greats. That pattern flaw is being a good judge of character. Being able to pick good people around you to surround yourself with that has your back, not because you're a celebrity, not because you're famous, not because you're a inventor, not because you're a superstar, not because all the girls like you, not because all the guys like you or whatever, but because they genuinely just have love for you. That's something a lot of brothers don't work on because they don't consider it that important. The reason why do I bring this up, family? There was an interview. I stated this when I was talking to Griff the other day. There was an interview about a year ago with Dr. Sebi speaking with Blue Pill, speaking on how they stole $200,000 from him. $200,000 from his company. They compromised his products. They were stepping on it, making it weaker for greed, for money, for greed, because their heart wasn't into it like his heart was into it. This man was a genius. This man should not have had people like that in his circle. We see this continuously happen time and time again with our greats, Red Pill. So on that note, I need you to talk to me, Red Pill, about the importance of surrounding yourself around good people. Seems like it's hard to find these days, but talk to the family about being a good judge of character and that being a major key in life in order to be successful.
Excellent question, Brother Rich. Once again, thank you for even considering me to be someone to speak about topics such as this. But I'm going to do my best of my ability to convey the message. It's been a very hard week for me. You know, I'm still going through mourning. I feel like a piece of me is not even here anymore, to be honest with you. I woke up on Sunday, once everything began to settle in, about the severity of what just happened and about the reality that I now found myself in. And I'm going to keep it 1,000. I'm going to keep it 100 with the family. Like, I really honestly felt like there was a part of me missing. You know what I mean? I said it on a video before that I'm not going to be here for long. And that came true right away because I'm not the same person as I was a week ago. You know what I mean? There's a part of me that I have to get back. You know, when it comes to being a good judge of character and having a tight circle, like you said, major key. All right? Major key. There's so many examples that we could pull out of the hat that shows us, brothers, throughout the legacy of many of our greats, and one of the determining factors to what? To many things, such as their deaths, mystery surrounding their deaths, the fact that some of their deaths could have been avoidable, their money, the way that their money was being utilized, the way that their money was not being utilized, their support system, whether they had somebody that was shooters around them, security around them, people that are willing to throw themselves in front of the bullet or the knife. So many stories of our great ones succumbing to what? The fact that the circle wasn't tight, or they had weak links, right? And people get exploited once you discover the weak link gets exploited. One of the moves that the government use in their play card, that they use a lot, is what? They come in through the weak link. You saw that in the movie Matrix. Who was that? That was Cypher. Cypher was the weak link in the group. And as a result of his ulterior motives, or as a result of the fact that his heart wasn't truly into Zion, or his fact that his heart and his mind wasn't truly in the mission, this nigga wanted to eat steak. He wanted to enjoy the illusion. He wanted to be a part of the Matrix. He wanted to be a part of smoke and mirrors. So what did he do? He sold out what was real for the illusion. He sold out what was real for Rome. He sold out what was real for the trinkets that they promised him. And what did they do in the end? They bodied his ass, because nobody respects a traitor. Treason is not a respectable trait. So, in these situations, you find people getting down with the team based off of ulterior motive, like the fact that you might have a lot of money coming in, or you have a lot of fame surrounding your name, or the fact that you enhance and you bring the light to people who are otherwise not really shining their light, or they may be dimly lit. So they attach themselves to you for your light, and then they'll feed off of you, they'll pull your light, and they will discard you when they finish using you. So in the community, the black community, you have this. You have a large percentage of our people that don't love themselves. Meaning that if you were to get down with my team and you were to love what I'm doing, you have to have love for yourself first and foremost. If you don't love yourself, how the fuck could you love what anybody else is doing? How could you love the mission? How could you love what somebody else is doing for other people? What will begin to form and develop? Jealousy, envy. And what happens to a jealous and an envious person? There's no cure for that shit, family. You got an envious person around you, they want to see you in the fucking grave. That shit, that's what it boils down to. It could start out where they're like, damn, that nigga got the nice Jordans. Shit, I wish somebody steps on them. Then once you clean your Jordans off, they like, shit, damn, he cleaned his Jordans off. I wish that he ripped his Jordans. Then when you sew your Jordans back together, they like, God damn it, I wish that his sneakers catch a fire. Then when you say, fuck it, I don't even need to wear shoes, they start looking at your pants. How about his pants? You understand? Then it turns into your belt. Then it goes into your shirt. Later on, they just want your ass to get off the planet, because envy, the spirit of envy, will consume a nigga, a weak nigga that is. You understand? The spirit of envy has no end to it. They're only satisfied with you getting taken off the planet, because remember, they see the greatness in you, but where does envy start to develop? In the fact that they can't clone you, or the fact that they can't be greater than you. So if you got people around you and you healing people and you raising people from the dead, and these people that are around you have not done that before in their lives, or they're looking back, and because they may be close to you, they feel like they have a level of judgment that they begin to put upon you, because they may see the flaws in you, or they may know intricate things about you, and they may begin to look at you like, he don't deserve all of that appraisal and applaud from his people. He's human just like us. You know what I mean? He gets in his pants with two legs, and what begins to form? Envious. And if that's your inner circle, what do they begin to do? Sabotage. And what happens when they begin to sabotage? It could lead up to your death. Because you could get jammed up and motherfuckers will turn their back on you and just, you know, I don't got nothing to do with that. I wish him luck. I wish he helps himself out of that situation. Case in point, a situation happened to me a few months ago, November, the end of November to be exact. Understand? They stopped me in the airport in Detroit and ran my name and popped up with a warrant and kidnapped me for weeks upon weeks. That's when I began to see that I had no inner circle. That's when I began to see that I only really had a few people around me that was really there for me. Now, if I would have wound up being killed inside of Wayne County, which is one of the worst jails in America. They would have been like, God damn, how did we didn't know the Red Pill was locked up? How did we know that they had kidnapped? Why didn't nobody tell the family? Because I told the family, I told my confidants. Brother Rich was one of them. The people that I did business with, I said don't tell that, the people don't need to know about that at this moment. Because they're not even giving me a bail. They're calling me a fugitive and holding on to me. So what does letting all of the people who don't even know me like that, who will wind up judging me, who will wind up putting me on the cross, who will wind up wishing me to be in there longer, how could that help me? I'd rather keep it a buck. I'd rather keep the people who need to know on a need to know basis that information. Send an email to my customers and let them know that we're going to be a little late and things of that nature. But I began to hear things when I got out. The niggas was putting up money to say that he's never coming home. That people were plotting on a little, I don't even got nothing. These niggas was plotting on a little bit of shit that I had, like my little fucking space on 125th Street where I put my table. They were working on getting that shit. You understand? So you gotta remember, you gotta keep these bird ass niggas away from you. You feel what I'm saying? Because all they will do is wish your downfall. They don't appreciate your greatness. They don't appreciate what you bring to the motherfucking game. They wanna stand in your shoes. They wanna be a part of your legacy. So now you'll have people running around saying, yeah, you know, Dr. Sebi told me that I was the second coming, or, you know what I'm saying? The night before he got locked up, we was on the phone and he sent me an email and he told me all of these things. And everybody's saying, yeah, I was curing AIDS too. No, you wasn't. You a fucking lie. You understand? So we always have to remember those that are closest to us. And who are always closest to us? Family members. Who are always closest to us? Our loved ones. Who are always closest to us? The women of our children or the fathers of our children. That is your inner circle. Those are the ones who could put that knife deep into your heart. So you gotta make sure that those people is tight with you. We often in consciousness have this issue that keeps surfacing where you have a brother who's conscious but your wife is not. Or you got a wife that's conscious but the brother is not. You understand? Or the man is conscious but the children is unconscious. So when he dies, his legacy dies. Because what do? They just want the money and they'll fucking tear everything that you built up down. Look at all of the great ones. Look at their children. They did not carry on tradition. Well, they destroyed the legacy. So, brothers and sisters, when you wake up, always put that analogy of the Matrix in front of you. Neo got waken up by his real family members, Morpheus and Trinity. That became his new family. Everybody around him was a potential agent. Agent Smith, the goddamn homeless man, turned into an agent on him. The people at his job that he was trying to put on turned into an agent around him. What is that? What do I mean by that? In translation, stop trying to wake everybody up that's not meant to wake up. Stop trying to fucking give everybody the red pill when they don't want the red pill. Stop trying to be the Mahdi in your household when these people, they don't give a fuck about what you're talking about. They want to eat their meat. They want to go to church. They want to pray to Jesus. They want to wait for some cracker to come out of the sky with blue eyes and save them. They want to worship white people. They want to be on the titty of white people. All of these things. That don't got nothing to do with you. So even if you're looking at skin folk, that's not your kinfolk all the time. And even your closest ones. So you have to remember, okay, you have to consider the fact that those closest to you will be the ones, can be the ones that will take you down the fastest. And they will let the motherfucking devil in. They'll let the vampire in. They'll let the Caucasian in to come and do your ass dirty. They'll open up the door when they come and get you. Let them in. So be very cautious about your inner circle, especially when you're on the front lines, especially when you out here freedom fighting, especially when you out here doing the work, especially when you walking around with a fucking target on you. You dig what I'm saying? You'll be compromised.
You know, it's interesting you bring up the seeds not carrying the tradition of some of the greats. And what comes to my mind is that when you're a great man, oftentimes your idea is that you have to be fruitful and multiply. you got this gene in you, you got this DNA that you want to spread across the earth to produce more of you. And that does not seem to have been working for us the last 50 years. Whether you want to talk about Elijah, whether you want to talk about Dr. York, I mean, it's up for debate with a lot of our greats. Whether you want to talk about Malcolm X, I mean, it's up for debate whether you feel as though their children carried on their tradition or not. And some of them had, you know, like Dr. York had a lot of children, you know, I think it was about 40 or something like that. I'm not sure, but I know it was up there. But so my thing is, the thing I think about when I think about brothers that want to be fruitful and multiply is the fact that you're probably getting a sister or a woman or whoever that wants you for your celebrity. Their heart's not really into what you're into, but you're Mr. Red Pill, or you're Superstar Elijah, or you're Superstar Malcolm. You could be Superstar Polite, you could be Superstar whoever. Once they know you got that celebrity attached to you, their heart may not be as pure. So the brothers have these seeds with these sisters. Then on top of that, they're not around their seeds because they have them in different areas. We were taught that the Moors went to different lands, conquered, and had their seeds. But when you're not around your seed doesn't have a connection to you. Your seed oftentimes have a connection to their mother, who oftentimes is not conscious, because oftentimes they only got with you for the celebrity. So how can brothers who are great get over this cycle of they just get with a sister because she bad like a motherfucker, and she's with you because you're a celebrity? Next thing you know, you're not with your seeds. Next thing you know, your seed has no connection to you. Next thing you know, your seed's not carrying on your tradition. Next thing you know, some white folks own the image of Red Pill or whoever 50 years later, and they charging niggas on 2/5 $100 to wear a Red Pill t-shirt. So how can we stop this cycle of that we keep going through time and time again, Red Pill? With the, you know.
Well, I was just having this conversation earlier. Come with the God, come through. Yeah. Me and a few other guards was building, you know what I mean? Let them know your name.
What up? This Slick DK. Peace.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
One of our street soldiers who has been waking up, you know, and I've been out here building with the guard, just giving them those steps or giving them those gems and whatnot. We were having a long conversation about strippers earlier, because I'm gonna keep it 1,000. When you was out there standing on 2/5 is like the window of the world. So you're able to see all of the archetypes, all of the prototypes, all of the different breeds or stocks of our people. You know what I mean? We're able to see some of our people that are mentally challenged, spiritually challenged, economically, all kind of things, culturally challenged. We were talking about strippers. We were saying that the strip clubs are popping now and they're overflowing because now you have a prototype of woman who is looked at as the pinnacle of black woman. But one of the things about these women is that they don't bring a lot out of black men. You feel me? They don't require much from their men. Meaning what, Red Pill? Meaning that all they require you to do is show up with some singles.
Make it rain in the club, yeah, that's it.
I could show up with 100 singles and I could be that man. I know how to make 100 singles look like 1,000 singles. You understand? So, because women dictate the standards that men rise to, right? I think your thing. Are you good? Meaning that men rise to the standards that women set. What do you mean by that? I mean that if you get with a woman who is super conscious and she's about that life and she's not taking no bullshit and she's very spiritual and she's in touch with her higher self, she will make you rise up to your higher self, or she will wake up from her stupor and get rid of your ass immediately when she realizes that your water is not rising up to her level, right? So if there's a stripper in the building, she's mesmerizing. I've seen amongst their pantheon goddesses, but they don't know who they are. They're not fully in touch with themselves. But one thing I know about them, that they're sapiosexuals, meaning they like to get their mind stimulated. So you know they come and talk to the pill every so often. We build, you know what I mean? But they tell me what's going on in there. Yoni is being sold, meaning the vagina is being sold for a few $100s, maybe even $50 depending on the woman. Conversations that they're having with their patrons do not revolve around Kemet. It doesn't revolve around scientific analogies and things like that. It doesn't revolve around all of these things. It doesn't revolve around healing from trauma. It revolves around nigga shit. You understand? So now those clubs are busting out of the seams because men are going to run to where women are at, especially women that they are following on Twitter and Instagram, who are seen as the upper echelon of black women right now, especially if they don't force them niggas to rise up to their higher self. Okay? So I said all of that to say that if you get yourself a woman in this lifetime and you are part of the movement, if you get your man in this lifetime and you are active and you are part of the movement and you want to raise up your frequencies and you want to raise up your spirit, if you want to raise up everything that's dealing with getting to your higher self, it is very important that you find a counterpart that is either going to help you rise up to a higher level, right? Or y'all start out on a similar level and y'all raise together. Y'all get up together, because other than that, you will be compromised, okay? I'm sorry to say it. I'm living proof. I've been through it before, all right? And what can also happen for the brothers and sisters who have already gone through situations where you already procreated or you already put the ring on the finger of the sister and she's, you know, watching what she watches, eating what she's eating, looking at Europeans or pilgrims the way that she wants to look at them, meaning that she's worshiping them, meaning that she's looking at them like they're dominant, meaning that she's eating whatever they feed her. It doesn't matter if it's poison, meaning that she's watching poison on television and then acting it out. Or vice versa. I'm not shooting at the sisters at all. I'm dealing with dualities. I'll give it to the brothers the same way. Sisters, you get with a brother, he's a nigga. He's selling crack. He's selling drugs. He's banging. He's watching porn. He's in a strip club. He's treating you all kind of crazy ways. He's eating chitlins. He's smoking cigarettes. He's snorting coke. He's shooting dope. I could go on for days. You understand? He's playing video games all day at 40. You understand? I could go on for days, but I won't. You get the picture. It is important to be equally yoked. It is important to be balanced. What purpose is it for me to come amongst a woman, a lady, a sister, a goddess, procreate with them, bring a star seed into this world, only to be compromised by the person that I brought this seed into the world with? So going back to what we were saying earlier, we have to deal with healing from the detrimental relationships that many of us have been through. We have to be able to heal from the fact that there's not a lot of teachers out here teaching us how to transition or teach us how to deal with the fact that one of us may be conscious and the other one may be unconscious. One of us may be awake and the other one may be asleep. We have to deal with that. We have to put all of that shit on the table and figure out how could we come up with solutions to some of these problems.
Oh, it gets a little tricky, Red Pill, and I want you to kind of clear some of the confusion that seems to be occurring with people over and over again when they have this idea of righteousness and intellect and spirituality. They have this idea of a look, of a dress code, of a certain matter, of a certain etiquette, of a certain language. I don't want you to curse. I need you to wear crystals. I want you to do a certain thing. And I want to give an example. Sometimes you could meet a sister, and this has happened to brothers, and I'm not trying to single out sisters. I want to use this as an example, and it could be vice versa with the brothers. But you personally, you could meet a sister. She could go to yoga class every Saturday. She could be adorned with crystals. She could pray to the ancient Osiris and Isis. And if you get caught in a jam or something happens, ghetto ass Keisha from the projects that watches Empire every Wednesday might have your back more than Sister Mayat, whatever, or all the complicated names that, they come up with or brothers come up with. She may have your back more than that sister. So the topic is loyalty and being a good judge of character. So sometimes we judge based on, you don't curse, or oh man, you bow to me every time you see me, or she doesn't eat any chicken, she doesn't eat any beef, or so it gets real confusing. Because the sister that eats pork sometimes might support you more than a sister that's been a vegan for the last 40 years. But if you get knocked in the jam, her ass is out. She don't want nothing to do with that shit. So I need you, and this goes, like I said, this goes vice versa for male and female. I'm not trying to single the sisters out, but I need you to clear up some of the confusion when it comes to picking good people in your circle, because we pick with our eyes too much instead of picking with our intuition. So please clear up the confusion for the family.
Thank you for that question. I have to finish the question that was prior to this before I jump on that. Going back to the conversation that we were having as we were people watching, we were looking at women with beautiful exotic bodies, and they were not strippers, family. I'm not saying that all of these women out here are strippers. I only brought up the analogy of the stripper because these women are being followed and they're being adored, they're being watched, they are the superstars for a large population of our women. So these are the women that would have to be the influencers of the influential. You dig what I'm saying? So they need some light on them too. You dig what I'm saying? But real quick, going back to the first question about the children growing up and not wanting to do what their parents did. I was a Sebi baby, all right? KT is the original Sebi baby damn near, because he was in a womb when he was getting the information. Me and my brother was about 5 or 6 years old. What I saw Sebi go through, what the trials and tribulations that I saw Sebi go through throughout the years made me not want to fuck with consciousness at all. Let that shit settle, okay? The snake, the cutthroat, the snake and the hating, all of the things, all of the trials and tribulations, the court cases, the naysayers, the haters, the non-supporters, the sabotagers, the provocateurs, all of that shit made me go right to the streets and say, I'm not doing this shit. The fact that my mother was ridiculed because she was conscious when consciousness wasn't cool. The fact that my mother was ridiculed because she was vegan when eating meat was the shit. That shit turned me away. So I could see a lot of the people who got assassinated, like the Malcolm X's, the children of the Martin Luther Kings, who brains got blown out. And it come to find out that your right-hand man has something to do with that. Come to find out that your inner circle was a den of vipers. Yeah, that might turn people off. You know what I'm saying? In the nature of the mothers to protect the child. So she'll tell the child, don't get into that shit. Don't be around that. The same way that if a gangbanger died from the hands of one of his right-hand man, the mother's not going to raise the child to get into the fucking gang. She's going to say go into college, be a square, because that lifestyle right there has no reward system. It's not a value system. So it goes back to what I said before. Until you restore the value system into consciousness, until you restore the reward system into consciousness, you're going to suffer. Okay, you're going to have your own turn on you. Women are going to walk out. Men are going to walk out. Children are going to walk out because they don't see the silver lining in the struggle. They don't see what all of this shit is for. All right? They don't see it. You see it because you got the vision. But how am I give them the vision that I have if my 8-year-old watched me struggle for 8 years around these niggas? Huh? If my son watched me struggle around these bird-ass niggas that be around here feeding off of niggas and will never give back anything to anybody. That's what my son saw. He's 8 years old, but he could see the snakes. Huh? So that's what you got to deal with, the fact that all of these niggas is sick. And people have the right. They have the right to sign up to be a victim. They have the right to sign up to be fed off of by these parasites that is out here. They have the right to sign up to be a goddamn martyr to people who don't care about them. That's what they look at. And if they don't want to be a part of niggas' struggle, I don't have a problem with that. I understand. That's what's going on these days. Okay? So going back to what you saying about Shaquita versus Sekhmet Ralisha Bey, you dig what I'm saying? The fact that they not built to ride, it all boils down to what is your programming system? Meaning, what's your foundation? Meaning, how the fuck did you grow up? What is your major keys? Who raised you up? Because you got sisters with head wraps that got father issues and hate men. Okay, they all onked out, smelling like patchouli and all of that, shea butter, but they got have core issues that they not dealing with. They hate men. They got molested. They got abused. They got shitted on. Then you got vice versa. You got men that got mommy issues and they hate women to the fucking core, to the fact that they hate black women and they'll run with white women, Asians, and all of these other women as a slight. Not because they like the sex, not because they rub their toes and treat them better. It is a slight against a woman who they either subconsciously, subliminally, or even if they're conscious of the fact that they hate their guts. All right, and they don't know how to deal with the issue. They don't have anybody to cry to. They don't have any shoulders to cry on. They don't have anybody to talk to. So they deal with it in a negative way because they live in Western society, and Western society has conditioned the people how to deal with negative by doing more negative. That's the society that we live in. That's the Matrix, family. So the sister from the hood, her foundation and the fact that she grew up with a mother who was 1,000. Her mother was solid. Her father was solid. Her father might have been in the streets and they install certain rules into them, right? Takes me back to the story about the sister Corinne Gaines, right? Corinne Gaines was doing the shit, the traffic stop, the video that you saw. Yeah, that was some more stuff that she had, but that was some Baltimore shit too that you saw. Okay, because the Moors don't teach you to tell the police you got to kill me. That's Baltimore. That was her upbringing, meaning that Raquisha and all of them, their upbringing is their foundation first. Whatever science that they dealing with, whatever school of thought, whatever the fuck they dealing with, that's the shit that you put on top of that. So their naked body is their foundation. The clothes that they wear, that's the culture. So she has some, I don't give a fuck, she could have been Nation of Islam. Oh, you pulling me over? Okay. Farrakhan is gonna see you. Nigga, you got to kill me in this car. That's how foundation coming out. Huh?
That's a home base?
That's a home base. So what is your sister's home base? Meaning that, yeah, you could have a Sequisha, a Barquisha in the crib, and you could be a Moor. If her foundation is solid, that you good, my nigga. It don't matter about if the fact she won't eat a bean pie with you. It don't matter the fact that she won't pray with you. It don't matter the fact she don't read the Holy Quran and she won't give up, you know, her God for your God. If she is solid, if her foundation is strong, if she has the major keys on how to be a stand-up sister and be strong in the face of adversity, and she knows how to nurture you, and when your child is born, she knows how to nurture the child, and she won't raise the child to be a fucking lame, and she won't raise the child to be afraid, and she won't raise the child to be apologetic for their greatness. That's a keeper right there, my brother. That's a keeper right there. And you have to work with her the same way that she's working with you, because don't ever think for 1 minute because now that you threw away your Gucci and you want to wear a dashiki, the fact that you threw away your Gucci red and you want to wear blue now oils, that's a sacrifice that you gotta remember that she has to deal with that shit. She has to deal with the fact that she gave up some shit for some shit that you bring to the table. There's still a compromise that's taking place, right? So her foundation is to never let her man rot in jail. Her foundation is the minute she gets that phone call, she already got the stash. She always had a stash for you, even if you wasn't in the streets, because even if you was a working man, Barquisha from Malcolm X projects, she knows that the black man is at war with the system. The system is at war with the black man, and anything can happen to you. So she got your bail money, is also your burial money, is also the celebration money, is also the investment money to your business. The shoebox got $5,000, but they go towards all of that. You understand what I'm saying? One thing that happens in consciousness is we put on a uniform and we make that our foundation and throw away foundation that was instilled in us. And that shit worked for us. That is solid. That will get you through any religion, any school of thought. It will get you through the armed services. It will get you through the Nation of Islam. It will get you through the Moorish Science Temple of America. It will get you to all of that. It's called I want for you what I want for myself. Okay? What the fuck happened to the golden rules? What happened to the street codes? So these niggas are conscious with no street codes. You understand? That's the problem that we're seeing. So if anybody from our community gets locked down, we don't have to, the commercial should be 30 seconds. Yo, my brother's in trouble. He's in dire need. Put the money up. I'm not getting into no long talk about why you got to put the money up. If we got to do that, we not a community. If we got to do that, we not a network. I'm talking to strangers. And I'm wasting my time. I'm doing the proverbial what? I'm pitching pearls to swine. And I'm out of pearls. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're dealing with. So a lot of people get into consciousness and they become religious. This is not a fucking religion. This is not Christianity 2.0. So they become so self-righteous that they start judging people. One of the reasons why nobody from his camp wanted the people to know that he's locked up is because they know about the self-righteousness. They know that y'all would have stopped supporting him. They know that y'all would have put out rumors. I'm not speaking for them per se. They have to answer as to why they didn't let the world know that Dr. Sebi was locked up. But I'm just assuming. Because I know that this has taken place on a lot of other people. You dig what I'm saying? So people become so self-righteous that they start judging people. They want to throw you under the bus. They want to crucify you. They want to weigh you against Jesus Christ. They want to weigh you against Elijah. They want to weigh you against the great ones when you just in the beginning phase of your greatness. Remember, Sebi was 83. He said that he woke up when he was around 40. Okay? So he had that phase of his life to do what he had to do. Okay? Polite is 33. Sebi made his transition at 83. That means Polite got 50 years of greatness to show the world. Okay? So with that being said, and one of the great things about our ancestors, our great elders, is the fact that, yeah, he started around in his 30s, but because he was able to wake up, you got babies that are being born in the womb with that information. So when they become 33, they greater than him. That's called succession. That's called, like Polite broke down, that's called the fact that I can measure my success is through my succession. So Dr. Sebi has succeeded because you got red pill and blue pill here. You got KT, you got Polite, you got Sasa, you got Usha, you got Weewa, you got all of his children and the other great people. You got thousands upon thousands of Sebi babies that are out here that are going to teach their babies the information. They're going to learn, they're going to walk with this information in their hearts and minds. You dig what I'm saying? So that's what really matters. So his extended family is not his biological all of the time. It's the people who live with him in their hearts and their minds, and they see him as their father, as Baba. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what it goes down to. So when you become conscious, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Don't forget the street rules. Don't forget the street codes. Don't forget your foundation, what your mama taught you, what your daddy taught you. Not about religion, not about this European Pilgrim Society, but about the things that we learned down south, we learned in the Midwest, we learned in the ghettos of New York and all of these things in Philly, when we would listen to our elders, those of them who had the wisdom through experience to tell you what not to do and what to do, so you didn't have to do it based on their experience. You dig what I'm saying? So if any one of us get jammed up, it is on the shoulders of the community, of the network, of the people that you saying saved your life, to come into a system in times of need. You feel what I'm saying? Don't put that on wifey. Don't put that on your homeboy and them. If you belong to a community where there are thousands of us, let's help alleviate the pressure. Let's help alleviate the weight. Let's help alleviate all of these things so our people don't crumble under pressure. Why the fuck we calling ourselves a community if we not moving like one?
I got one last question for you, Red. It's scorching hot out here for those that don't know. It's like 94 out here in New York today. Just to leave the family with this, there's a meme that I see a lot of people sharing on Instagram. It might have been DJ Khaled or somebody was sharing it. And I noticed more and more people share it. Since we're talking about being a good judge of character, it says your energy introduces you before you even speak. It's very important. A lot of times people, once you open up your mouth, they say, oh, he's good or he's bad. What does it mean to judge somebody or to, give somebody assessment before they even open up a mouth? Some people will call it assumption. Some people will call it intuition. It's good or bad depending on what perspective you're looking at it from. Please speak on that to close out, Red.
I said this before in the video, that before me and you even speak, our spirits have met each other. Or our spirits are building with each other even when me and you are speaking. So you might walk away from the conversation and in my spirit It's like, make sure the next time you see that nigga, you don't even give him dap. I'm like, why? They like, cuz that motherfucker got a fucked up spirit. How do you know? Cause my spirit was interacting with your spirit while me and you were interacting. And then I get a funny feeling or a vibe about you. And I'm like, yo, that's a fuck nigga. I can't be around him. My spirit can't take him. My spirit is even telling me in my dreams, it's showing me a reality that I might have to behead this nigga later on down the line if I so choose to go ahead and do business or walk a path with that person. It's showing me what the end results would be in a vision. You know, we have alternate universes, right? Where all kind of things exist. So it's saying, yo, if you lay with that sister, right, and y'all share energy, and y'all share spirits, and y'all share bodily fluids, nigga, you might get the bug. And I have a vision of me looking wild, crazy, and sick, and skinny, dried up, and all of that, you know, in the scooter looking for her, like, where this bitch at? I'm ready to run her over. You know what I mean? Pay attention to that inner voice. Pay attention to your spirit. Take Dr. Sebi's herbs. Drink more water. Meditate in the sun. Get a lot of that shit out of your colon so you can hear your spirit clearly when it's trying to speak to you. That is your GPS system. It's guiding you through the fucking land of the living dead. These are zombies out here. Legally dead, okay? So I stand out here for 10 years, right? Picking up all of this energy, looking at people in their eyes when they were dead. But one of the joys of consciousness, one of the joys of the work that we do, I also have returned, some of these people have returned to us, and I was able to look into their eyes and I saw life. You understand? I saw them wide awake. I saw them wide awake. So as a result of that, I know that our people could be waking up. They could be saved. They could be resurrected in this day of life. That's why I don't want to throw all of my people away. But it's becoming, this is a different inning. The game has changed, okay? We're in a different quarter. So I can't be surrounded with that energy too long because I'm tired of fighting with these niggas.
Toxic.
It's toxic, and healers need healing. Dr. Sebi is in a better place. He always told you when he came amongst you, healers need healing. Because even when he dealt with 6 people, he had to do what? Take their energy in, remove the sick nick, remove the toxic nicks. You got people sitting in front of you telling you that they aliens, that they white people trapped in a body. Niggas telling you that they're fucking madams and shit, grown women trapped in a body, and all of this stuff. You dealing with psychosis, and you got to take all of that in, absorb all of that sickness, all that toxicness, and then find a tree to hug, or put your hands in the dirt. But some of us go home and we put it in the womb of our women. We insert that into the wombs of our women. Or some of these sisters got that sickness, and when they men come home and they put their phallus and they insert their phallus in them, that's what you downloading. That's the energy that you walking away with. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm able to see energies. My consciousness, I call myself the red pill. So my purpose in life has been discovered. My purpose in life is to help people change the perception and help people see the motherfucking forest for the woods. That is my only purpose. My purpose is not to be a Christ-like figure. My purpose is not to run around acting like I'm holier than thou. I didn't sign up for that. And my purpose is in my first name, Philip. P-H-I, which is fire, which is red. L-L-I-P, flipped around, that's pill. So my purpose was hidden in plain sight in front of me, and I had to find that shit in order to be who I am right now. So I've woken up so much. I got the They Live glasses on. I can see the demon in a nigga. Real fucking talk. The more conscious you get, the more aware you become that you are in the land of the motherfucking living dead. It's always been there, but you was asleep. You was a part of it. You couldn't see it, because how the hell could you see something asleep? Okay, so the more conscious you get, the more scarier this shit gets, because you think people are becoming more crazy. No, they was already crazy. You was asleep. That's what waking up does for you. Consciousness means aware, nigga. You're aware that you were probably already dead. That's a conversation that we can have on a later date as to, are you fucking dead? on some 6th Sense shit. I see dead people. So seeing that, like on some living, remember the movie or the TV show, The Walking Dead? Yeah. That nigga had to put guts and blood on him to walk amongst the zombies. So sometimes I gotta act like I'm a zombie to even be around these things. My mans and then when we went to Louisville, Kentucky, took us to the club. They really stressed that we wanted to go to the underworld. Yeah, we gotta go to the hood. All right, let's go to the hood. Fuck it. Let me get a Henny on rocks. But I'm looking at the, you know, because New York is 2016. In other places it's 1986. So I'm looking at the zombies, looking at the light that me and the guards are emanating, and I'm like, yo, they uncomfortable with the light. It's affecting their darkness. To the point where I didn't feel like this in my mind, but I've seen situations where the motherfuckers will take you out. They will snuff your lights because you were too bright. Going back to the initial conversation about your circle. You better do the charts on niggas in your circle. You better, like how you do sign compatibilities for your whiz, you better do that with them niggas around you. Okay, you better make them prove their loyalty. I'm a Scorpio, I'm big on loyalty. So if people around me who've been doing business with me or come around and say that they my brothers, I'm gonna test you. I'm gonna test your brotherhood. And if you don't measure up, I'm gonna flip on you. Bottom line, because I can't have that around me because I feel like my life is in danger around niggas who don't have my best interests at hand. That's how I wake up with that shit on my mind for decades now. When I was in the street, I dealt with that. When I'm in consciousness, I have to deal with that. You feel what I'm saying? And if I'm feeling like that, I can imagine how Sebi felt. I can imagine how some of the brothers feel. You feel me? We got to deal with that. We got to deal with that. So I could see the devil, I could see the entities, I could see the spirits, I could see the spell on these niggas and these sisters and even the babies. So when you see that, you got to deal with your people in a certain kind of way. Yes.
Your sister want to know how you do the chart and read.
We'll get to that. Birth charts. You know what I'm saying? Brothers like Ra Aku, the Cosmopolitan. The Cosmophysics, I'm sorry. Brother Polite and his beautiful daughter, they do the reading. Noble and Pooh, they do charts and things of that nature. Get your chart. Get your chart and your circle's chart read. If they're not compatible with your purpose and your mission, get rid of them. All right? Get the fuck away from them because they will compromise your mission. That is the cipher in your cipher. Keep your circle very close. You don't need no big ass team. Like they got basketball, it's 5 of them on the team. You don't need that many people. You can have other people on the bench, but get your team strong. And if you got people around you, they act all funny and shit because you don't have the same strengths as them and they identify your weak. Why the fuck are they on your team? The purpose of a team is to be the strength for people's weaknesses, like a basketball team. You got the center, you got the shooting guard, you got the point guard. They don't do everything together. But they come together and they are cohesive and they are power. You understand? That's what teams are for. All right? That is the purpose, even in relationships. Oh, I can't do the same thing as my whiz. I'm not supposed to.
Everybody got to play their position. Everybody got to play their position. Like
it's lanes. It's positions. Take what I'm saying serious, please. If nothing that you ever heard me say, take this for serious. All right? There's a war going on outside, inside, and all other places. Because remember, we've been having this conversation as well. People say that the European or the Pilgrim is their most wickedest, their biggest adversary. You know what I mean? I'm like, look, that's the hidden hand. That's the puppet master. But what they have successfully done is they created an environment and condition where niggas that look just like you is your greatest enemy. And then even more so, you're your greatest enemy. So even when you get rid of the people who look like you, you gotta look at yourself in the mirror. You gotta deal with the war within. All right? So yeah, niggas in front of you, those are the people who could get up on you and body you quickest. And then the police, and then the European, and then all the other nationalities. But we gotta deal with us first. We gotta build a wall around us and start dealing with these bird-ass niggas, these snakes, these people who don't have our best interests, the enemies of the state. And then you gotta deal with self, but you should be dealing with self first because you will attract that around you that is inside of you. If you're not healthy, how do you think that you're going to have people who are healthy around you? If you're not loyal, how the hell you going to attract loyal people around you? If you're not honest, how the hell you going to attract honesty around you? So sometimes we have to seclude ourselves. Sometimes we got to go away. Sometimes we just got to roll for dolo from state to state. Deal with you first, and then you will attract strong people around you. And then you could deal with your outer circle and building up a nation and building up a collective. You feel me? I can't lead a nation right now. I'm not strong enough. I got to deal with me. I got to deal with my immediate family. I can't put that on my shoulders. You understand? So we got to grow. We have to progress. And I'm just being honest. You dig what I'm saying? And that's what it is. So August 13th, tomorrow in Brooklyn at the Restoration, a free event, a screening of Hidden Colors 4, then a panel discussion. Are we under attack? That's a no-brainer. We'll talk about this and other things. Then on the 20th, Waterbury, Connecticut, the Facts Initiative. The solution to 99% of the ailments that we're facing right now. The Great Divine Speaks in Signs. So we presented that in February, but ever since then, every single issue that people identify as a nigga issue, the Facts can help it. The Facts has the remedy in it. So we're coming to Connecticut, Sankofa, Blue Pill, Red Pill, KT the Arch Degree. August 28th, Harlem, Alhambra Ballroom, Brother Polite, Red and the Blue, KT Mama Pill, Dr. Sebi's tribute and his memorial for the world to see. Sunday in Atlanta, the 14th, Dr. Sebi tribute, Chef Aki, Mama Pill, Tassili, and a whole bunch of other dignitaries. Red and the Blue will be out there. ATL, love and light to the family. Let's continue with this movement. Keep building. Shout out to everybody who supported my crowdfunding initiative. I need more supporters. I need more investors. I need more people to step up and do what y'all said that y'all gonna do. Don't wait for us to go and be like, oh, we would don't do the Sebi on us. And we see it. Don't do the Sebi on us. Bro. Yo, if I knew I would have helped, then yeah, all right. Well, you got brothers out here put their goddamn life on the line and got solutions, and we're saying we're alive and we're here. Let's get it. Stop talking. Bottom line, love and light, peace to the family.
Peace, family. Welcome to another episode of Underground Railroad Radio. I got Blue Pill that's going to give us an update on, everything going on with Dr. Sebi. Everything we've been hearing lately, there's been a lot of misinformation on the internet. I know Blue Pill's about to head down to Atlanta, so I couldn't get him in person. They're having a memorial this weekend for Dr. Sebi. Shout out to Mama Pill and KT. But yeah, no questions. I'm just going to allow Blue Pill to talk, and then we're going to go into a live interview with his brother Red Pill. So go ahead, Blue Pill. Give us an update, brother.
Yes. Is there anything specifically that you or the audience might want to know in regards to what's been taking place? Because it's a myriad of things.
Well, the people just got hit with so much, bombarded at one time. Like, nobody even knew what was going on as far as him being arrested and held for several months, and him being caught with cash. So I guess people just felt as though if some more of the community knew, there could have been an outcry. That there could have been more assistance toward his way instead of the few individuals that knew. So I guess the people are kind of perplexed at that. And besides that, we want to know if the pneumonia thing is real. We want to know if, was it in Honduras? Was it in Mexico? We want to know about the close ones in his inner circle. There's been a lot of things about that. So, yeah, you could just go on all of that.
Well, we do know that he made transition in Honduras on the way to the hospital en route from the facility to jail where he was being held at. We do know that he was being held for money laundering. That's what the charge was. He was apprehended with a specific amount of money on him. Whether that money matches what's being said in the press, I don't necessarily know. But he had a substantial amount of fiat on him, and this wasn't the first time that this happened, apparently. And, they held him hostage. You know what I'm saying? Now, where the breakdown came at in regards to information coming out of Honduras directly from his office, you know, to the family members first and foremost before it gets to the people, what people not necessarily fail to understand and realize, but what we might not be mindful of because we hear about these operations. Sometimes we envision 15, 20, 30 people details in regards to, you know, the people that are running these operations or these facilities. And for somebody like Dr. Sebi at this stage of his life, based on a repetition of things that he had gone through, you know, either directly with people that he was associated with or with said government officials in different countries that he was, you know, either doing business in or traveling to, you know what I'm saying? They started tightening the noose, is what I'm saying. And he started running into issues of his own, based on his own personal life with government officials and also based on the business as well, in the profile of the village and things that were taking place in regards to healing. So all of this is taking place, but they are not the amount of people that we envision at the village handling village issues or, you know, all of the business that as it pertains to the day-to-day operations with the village and making sure that they're knowing what's going on his side. So, you know, once again, with respect for the fact I haven't spoken to all of the direct relatives as of yet, you know what I'm saying? Of course, I've heard multiple accounts of different stories. I don't want to put the blame on no one person's shoulders, you know what I'm saying? I would just say that there was a breakdown of communication based on what I don't think is a mystery to many people in regards to the fact that there are different factions of the family that don't communicate or get along, you know? So the opportunity to broadcast this information to the world, it never necessarily presented itself because everyone in the family wasn't on one accord as to what was going on and what should the appropriate steps be taken.
Okay, definitely, totally understandable. What is going to happen now, from your knowledge, as far as his village, as far as plans?
Like I said, all of this is too soon. You know, Sebi just went in the ground yesterday under circumstances, again, that were outside of the control of the immediate family members. You know what I'm saying? Like, the people have to envision what's going on. We can't tell everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to paint it all out because this is family business as well. But Sebi has a lot of children. You know what I'm saying? More than a dozen. Sebi has a lot of interrelationships with people associated with those children, and mothers and business associates, this, that, and the other, as well as a plethora of people around the world who love this man, who want to pay homage, not only clients, but dignitaries as well. So to announce that there's a funeral and it's a day or two warning or you know, heads up, and now the brother is in the ground and no one necessarily from outside of the family or direct family, you know what I'm saying, was there to attend. You have to understand these decisions are in the hand of a few people that are making these decisions. And this is not the decision that's being reflected as a whole family. So this is why we initially asked for a level of privacy, because not only does the information have to be gathered as it pertains to what happened to the elder, you know what I'm saying, and the events leading up to that particular situation, but also the business that goes around, you know, the maintenance of the village, or you know what I'm saying, all of the contractual aspects, if there was paperwork involved with this, that, or other, because we do know that the brother was a victim of some high level sabotage as it's regard to paperwork. You know, the switching of company names and the movement of money and all of that when he got fleeced by his employee a few years ago when we did the first emergency broadcast. So there's a lot going on. We don't have all of the answers yet. We're gathering information. Everyone is getting their lines of communication aligned so conversations could be had. You feel me? But in the meantime, in between time, yeah, I'm getting calls from people saying that they're ordering, they're making a run on the orders, they're making mad orders and stuff like that. And, these are the things that are expected to happen in times of, unexpectedness such as this. You feel me? There's going to be a rush on the bank. You feel me? So that's what's going on. Whether they'll be able to process those orders, I have no idea. I don't know what's going on the ground as of yet. I'm saying things can change on a day-to-day basis, but what we do know is that we've been charged with the mission of keeping a particular energy around the brother alive and keeping that flame lit. You know what I'm saying? Continuously remind the people that the conversation should be about the plants now, because that's what Sebi, that's what his mission was about. That's what he was in service of. You feel me? The herbs, the plant kingdom. That's where we need to keep the focus. So this Sunday in Atlanta, we'll be doing a memorial for him, for the Atlanta-based patrons of, our brother's services and those that know him personally in his journey and his walks through life. We're going to be having a gathering afterwards at Atlanta, Honduras, which is Mama Pill's healing home in Atlanta that she's been putting together for some time, knowing and feeling that people are not always going to be able to get on planes and go to Honduras. So there's work to be done. There's work that's being done. There's more information that needs to come out. You know what I'm saying? There's pieces of information that need to be cross-checked and check with this person and check with that person. You feel me? So once again, we shouldn't necessarily, quote-unquote, rush to judgment. We get caught up in the particulars of situations such as this, and we never owe it to any sort of spiritual authority. And I'm saying all that to say that whatever happened to Sebi, I know, knowing him, that he chose when it was time. You know what I'm saying? He chose when he no longer wanted to play this game anymore. So, he's back to that level of the essence. And, that energy that we have all come to love, you know what I'm saying? Those mythical powers that they are available to those that are healers with open hearts, with pure hearts, you know what I'm saying? It's accessible. So for that alone, we should want to rejoice. But, you know what I'm saying, as it pertains to the conspiratorial elements around his transition, look, Honduras is going through an extreme political purging because of the regime change. There has been backed up and authorized by Hillary Clinton. These are her people in these backyards getting busy. You feel me? So you already know that based on the influence and the economic prowess that's pumped into these presidential campaigns by the pharmaceutical industries, the things of that nature, like I know, there's going to be a lot of pressure, not only put on the village, but all alternative healing modalities. Anyone who's considered like the Crusades, when they was coming from motherfuckers who had different versions of the Book of Christ, okay? So it's no mystery as to why we're seeing these different amounts of people ending up popped and missing and all of that. When you sign up, man, like what the fuck are you signing up for? There's a lot of lists out there. But when you enlist for this, chances are you're going to become, someone who they would want to not be doing what they're doing, and what they're doing is that effective. The point of it all is that you put your work in to a level where, it can't be pole vaulted. You know what I'm saying? You set the bar that high. And I think that that's what our brother has accomplished and he's done. You feel me? it's a lot of ironies around his transcendence. I agree. And like I keep saying about the mythical figures that we've lost this particular year, they all speak to the aspect of their mythical aspect is tied into death. You know what I'm saying? So all of them have these mythical aspects of how they transcended that we don't know about. We know that our brother Delbert Blair transcended in a way that probably, wasn't as comforting to him as he would have liked to have been that to check out on his own accords. We know that we lost our sister Frances Cress Wilson under mysterious circumstances that can't still be, can't nobody necessarily speak on that. So it's been repetitive, it's been repetitive with them. But, the focus should not be lost on the life mission, what was in between. What do we know these people for? How did they put it down? And that's what we are focusing on keeping alive. Everything else, man, is going to reveal itself. It'll be dealt with. It'll be taken care of. But the best way to bang back is to do the work. The best way to get them back is to create a conducive environment where we can give birth to 100 more Sebis. Because this information, bar none, is the most important thing on this planet that has survived at this particular time. Okay, Sebi's not here. The information still is, though. So let's put that focus on cataloging, canonizing, and protecting the information. You know what I'm saying? So.
Indeed, man.
Yes.
We appreciate, not just after his death, but you continuously honoring him while he was alive, and that's what's important. And the brother Spirit still is alive, and like I said, you brought the brother on my Blog Talk show, so you honored, you respected the brother that much, where you wanted the whole world to know about him, So it's not just like, you just speaking about him now. So yeah.
Yeah, man. It's single-handedly to me like one of the most amazing things that I've ever bore witness to. And it's not that because I was physically present and witnessed it. It's that when I got into healing and when I got into more science and all of these things in the early 2000s when I was getting into metaphysics and occult information, I started reading the Gnostic accounts of Christ, started reading the Aquarian Gospel, and all of these books, were talking about the Bible in an anatomical fashion. You know what I'm saying? They were talking about it like it relates to the anatomy. And what they had in common is that they were saying that Shaitan existed in the abdominals of man, in his gut, in his stomach, okay? And his desires, his base desires. So I'm listening to this man who comes along and is reminding people of, with the herbivore, with the prophet, that this whole planet is supposed to be under this whole Jesus Christ narrative. But Jesus Christ was an herbivore. He knew about plants. He knew about the power of the horticulture, the greenery, things of this nature. And he said that he came to change Moses' law, which was a dietary law, which was a law dealing with certain aspects of how he's supposed to eat, how he's supposed to prepare food, and cleanliness and shit like that. So, I kind of looked at him as doing the work of these particular prophets of these books that people argue so much about. Was this person real? Was this person fake? Did this person live here? This person live that? It's like, who's focusing on the mission? You know what I'm saying? Is the mission doable? You know what I'm saying? Is there something right underneath our nose that we're missing that's in these books that can actually be enacted at this particular day and time to initiate the whole spiral effect of bringing an age into focus? So this brother, to me, like Dick Gregory's the Book of Negroes. He's the epitome of Piscean. You understand? You feel me? Like, he had a footprint in the Piscean age. He's taken all that shit all the way back to like 1440 BC and beyond. 1440 million trillion BC. Like, he's ancient.
Yeah.
Sebi was ancient too, but he was a Jesus Christ, a rock superstar in the Aquarian age for his love, for having an open heart, for really exemplifying what they say that the prophet of these books about. You know what I'm saying? Sebi was a prophet. And I'm not saying that in the strictest of religious terms or sense. I'm saying that this is a person who's dedicated their life to an element in nature and was able to do for the plant what I've not witnessed anyone else do. And to me, because of my research, my study, and the life that I've lived, I know that that plant represents life. So Sebi was about that life. Even if he was a bright sun with dark spots, because he had 7 planets in Scorpio, we noticed as dark as he was, look at how much light he brought to this planet. You feel me? So I hold him in a different regard. I used to always look at him differently. You feel me? Even though I knew things about him that would exclude what people would consider the liturgical aspect of what Christ is, or a messenger, or a prophet. You feel me? I was able to look past all that because I grew up around dinosaurs and wildebeest. You know what I'm saying? Some of them were more spiritual than anyone that I've seen on the quote-unquote path dealing with this information. All right? So we can't really judge people in the form and shape that they come. We live in a toxic village. You know what I'm saying? We live in a place where people are bathing in acid rain and licking it and loving it. Remember when we used to be able to eat the rain? Remember that shit tastes different? You know what I'm saying? Like, you had your tongue out like, man, shit, I can't get after this. I ain't going inside. This rain tastes different than that shit coming out of the faucet. Yeah. Different times. So, you know, Sebi, through his life mission, which I remind people started at the age of 35, I'm 40. So 5 years ago, me starting this mission to lap my life 40 years over to make a contribution that will leave a permanent stain on this planet. The brother was able to help Michael Jackson get his mind right for that trial, B. You know how heartbroken, we was heartbroken because Michael Jackson died. You know how heartbroken we'd have been if Michael Jackson had to go to Pelican Bay.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? That shit would have been shocking. That would have been heartbreaking. You feel me? So, I mean, this brother has made a major contribution to, you know, the day and the times that we live in. You know, even for being able, like I said, to not only have the boldness in this age of what they call hyper-racism, the boldness and the audacity to come up with his own, or their own formula, because he came up with it with the team that can, quote-unquote, cure AIDS, which is something that we can explain as well so people are not lost in this concept. You know what I'm saying? But not only the boldness to do that, but also to defend it. You understand? In a day and time, especially in this day and time when we can't find justice in the courtroom, we don't know what it looked like. We don't know what the shit would taste like. We don't have the savoring for it because we don't know what it tastes like. Don't know what it looks like. You know what I'm saying? And for those that have come with the information, they can somewhat help the people to give them a slight shift in their mind so they can think like people that are in charge of their own person. You know, there's so much stigma attached to how the morals are bringing this information that it's not being properly received. But someone who comes from the jungle, you know what I'm saying, who up to a certain point in his life wasn't even wearing shoes, could walk in that courtroom, defend himself with no lawyer in Supreme Court against some very serious charges and walk out of there victorious. You know what I'm saying? And he did that for melanated people. And none of our leaders put that on the pedestal. None of our leaders put that, you know what I'm saying, on the channels or the stages that it deserved to be on. But everybody played along with this fictional dance of this matrix, this manufactured reality that tells you that there's diseases that the body can't cure. And you know, like I know how motherfucking bad the body is. And they will never know how bad the body is.
Damn, man, that was powerful, bro. Get the people your contact information so they could get in contact with you if they want.
I mean, Blue Pillar 44. That's my Instagram handle. greenleaf-herbs.com. That's Mama Pill site. You know what I'm saying? She has the product on deck. You feel me? She has the training. Okay? She has all of the intelligence to do proper consultations. And she is the title holder in terms of being the very first person on this planet to prescribe a protocol to help a patient cure themselves of what's being called AIDS. Okay? Mama Pill did that. So holla at Mama Pill, you know what I'm saying? And you need to go see her in Atlanta, not only to get the products, but, you know, actually rest yourself and get acclimated with the actual dietary regimen, you know, how to cook this food, how often to eat it, that sea moss in your system. Yeah, holla at Mama Pill, 424-254-69. Again, peace, love, and light to the legacy of our brother, our elder, our Baba, Dr. Sebi. All right? And keep this continuous vigil in your hearts and your minds, people. You know, play his videos, his philosophy, or his instructions are in those. Go to the Know the Ledge archive and listen to all of them Sebi episodes. These were very personal, heartfelt conversations between two people that knew each other very well. And, you know, I got him to open up the ways in which I've never seen him express himself on other mediums. So check that out. You know what I'm saying? Get to know the man, get to know his mission. And, you know, in this day and age, you can't avoid it. You know what I'm saying? As they say that if you got to pick your side, you got to pick your side. It's either poison or it's health. You feel me? But if you want a side of health, like, looking to God, you feel me? Because he laid it down. Peace.
And on that note, this Brother Rich, Underground Railroad Radio, with Blue Pill, KTL, and we signing out, family. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.
Peace, family. This is Brother Rich from UGR, urging all my viewers and subscribers to help support the channel by donating just $1 to the UGR PayPal account. We appreciate the viewership and support, and we understand the power of $1. If you benefit in any way, shape, or form, we ask that you donate $1, whether it be monthly, bi-monthly, quarterly, or yearly, so that we can build our brand to compete with the NBCs, the MTVs, and the Foxes of the world. I figure since Kanye could ask Mark Zuckerberg for $1 billion, I could ask my subscribers to donate $1 so I could make the best possible content possible. The main objective of this channel is to inspire you to become the greatest version of yourself. So hopefully throughout the years of you watching this program, you have been inspired to become the greatest version of yourself. If you would like to donate, you could go to www.paypal.com and send a donation to richandmerit7@yahoo.com. Thank you and enjoy the rest of your program.
We there with this flow this summer. My editorials, equatorial, epic stories, yo. Majestic Scorpios, dressed in Giorgio for memorial. Catch us in them cartoons in Cancun. Off we go, let the trumpets blow. When my comfort zone got uncomfortable, I hit the road for like a month or so. Spitting flows of a written code, hitting hoes and bungalows. Flipping those of medicinal interlude with chickens who think sniffing glue is mystical. The unwritten rules has been infused.